let's enjoy English school. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
It's July 11th, and we're on day 2 of our Just So You Know article, and it's called The Happy Vibe of Being Tea Drunk.
那我们今天7月11号生活快递，我们要接续昨天茶醉的愉悦氛围。
That's right. Yesterday we learned about kind of how tea can kind of relax you and you feel calm, but you also feel alert. And we kind of discussed how do we drink our tea? And I have to say in Taiwan, like to me, tea is sort of like coffee. I use it for energy, really. I don't use it to relax anymore. Like at night, I'm just drinking water. Maybe I'll drink soy milk at night after 7:30. I don't drink any caffeine. Because you have a baby, such a small baby, do you drink any caffeine now?
I try not to.
Just maybe like caffeine-free tea even, or?
Yeah, tea now we have like 国宝茶. 国宝茶is caffeine-free, so...
That's okay.
Yeah.
So what about afterwards, after your baby grows up a little bit? Will you kind of go back to some old habits, or...
I find my skin condition better without drinking coffee and stuff. So maybe not. And also you can save a lot of money if you don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And people might think I waste a lot of money on coffee here at Ivy because I always have coffee here. But that's really because I work at night. And so I have to be here in the morning to record these, and I'm always tired. So I have to drink a lot of coffee. People really think I like drink Red Bull and coffee all the time, and it's only here. So it's like you get a really weird picture of me here. But
coffee
yeah, it does
is still
help out.
better than Red Bull, I think.
Yeah, Red Bull is when I'm really tired. Like if I didn't sleep well, Red Bull gets me going. But I save it, and I'm happy to have that magic bullet for the day I'm really sleepy. But you're not getting a Red Bull drunk. All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we got paragraph
1.
So yesterday I was thinking about our article, and I thought yesterday was such a good article for talking about adjective grammar. When I teach younger students, they always have trouble using helping verbs. Do, does, did, will, 这样子. And then the be verb is am, are, was, were, 这样子, been. And I thought this was a good point to just take a little quick review so you can kind of remember it yourself. Now, adjectives, 一般来说, we're going to use a be verb. Is, am, are, 还是 was, were, 对不对? But actually, there are a lot of other things that can use it too. Don't forget, we can say 当然, be plus adjective. I am happy. But we also can say get plus adjective. 你就变得怎么样? So, she gets tall, or it gets dark. 它变黑暗. And we can also say feel plus adjective. 什么感官动词? So I feel
happy.
I feel happy. Okay, or it sounds good. Those are adjectives. 不要用副词. And the one I think students usually forget is become plus adjective. 你变得怎么样?
I became old.
Yeah,
become
that's
old.
Right. Now, when we say adjective, 我们也要记得, you can't use every adjective. That's because some adjectives 你可以越来越多. So you could say she's getting taller and taller, right? You could get taller and taller. 但是你没有办法说 he is getting dead. 为什么? Because 你死了没有办法跟死掉。你没有死了，我比较死了，好不好? Like that doesn't make any sense. So some adjectives 你满意这个情况，你不可以再跟怎么样? So be careful when you use this grammar. You can't use all adjectives. Think about adjectives. It can be more or less. Thin, fat, bright, dark, 这样子. All right, let's go to our first paragraph here. To experience the peaceful sensation of being tea drunk, people should drink high-quality tea and eat some light snacks, such as nuts or fruit.
那想要体验喝茶的宁静，人们应该要喝 high quality 高品质的茶，以及吃一些小零食，例如像 nuts 坚果，或者是 fruit 或者水果。那这边你看 fruit 我们没有加 s 哦。
That's right. Don't say fruits. Can you say fruits?
可以啦。
Yes. When you're talking about lots of fruits, but we're not. We're just talking about like some fruit you have in your house and you cut it up. So that's going to become fruit like you eat. 但这个一定是不可数。
对。
If you said fruits here, 干脆到你就是去教一下某个水果就开始乱吃。It sounds stupid, so don't say that.
Yeah.
After the sensation of, circle of, and draw an arrow gentle to being. After your preposition, we need a noun. So we say being here, 要一个动名词. So 不可以说 the sensation of be tea drunk. That's wrong.
所以 sensation of 这个 of 其实有点像白布的什么的感觉，所以 of 后面我们用 ing。
而且 and 在最后在这句 Please say snacks. Don't say snakes.
Sure.
That's right. Maybe you eat snakes for a snack, but don't say that. It sounds ridiculous. All right, our next sentence. The traditional Kung Fu method of preparing tea is recommended. What's the traditional Kung Fu method?
所以他说推荐传统功夫泡茶法。
Do you know what that is specifically? I didn't know that was a name.
I know it's 就是功夫泡茶法. It's like
the slow washing.
Yeah.
Is it? I didn't know that was called it was like the tea ceremony. I didn't know it had a name.
Oh yeah, 功夫泡茶法. That's it.
I had no idea. All right. So be careful with Kung Fu. Sometimes you have 连字号. Sometimes you don't. Pay attention. If your teacher corrects it, just 听老师的. I have seen it both ways for a long time.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the correct way anymore. Method just means way, but 比较好听一点. So 你要正式你可以说 way, but you could say method 比较好听. Our next sentence, with this method, this way, tiny doses of tea are consumed slowly over time.
那使用了这种方法就是功夫泡茶法，小剂量的茶会随着时间的推移慢慢的吸收。
Okay, so tiny, this means mini, this means very small. So tiny, long I 不是 tinny. Tinny 的意思是它的声音就是那个不好听，没有很完 like what do we say this? Like a very full feeling. 那个声音。
A full feeling?
Yeah, so it has very deep sounds, it has very high sounds. Tinny 的感觉到就是可能你完全没有 bass. Yeah, 那个很久以前我们要下载音乐的时候，那个声音都很不好听诶。It didn't sound very good and full.
Yeah.
My voice not on this microphone is a little tinny. It's too high only.
Oh, 所以 tinny 就是比较高频一点 a little like more high pitch kind of sound.
High pitch, that's right. 高音的 and then like when something is the opposite of tinny, it has more deep bass and it sounds deeper and it sounds nicer and fuller. Now, a dose is one medicine. That's right. So when you take 一颗药, 医生说你要吃这颗药, that's one dose. So this sounds like you're taking medicine here, which is a little bit special. Most people would say you take little sips, S-I-P-S.
S-I-P, sip 就是一小口的意思，就叫 sip.
So in English, there are a few ways to drink something. You can say take a sip. That's a little drink. Then you can just say take a drink. We also can say take a gulp, G-U-L-P. And then if you want to drink it all really fast, you say chug, C-H-U-G. So sip is a little, drink is regular, gulp is big, and then to chug is like where you... that's right, all of it. Goodbye. To chug. Usually you shouldn't chug your drinks.
Yeah.
Let's go to our next sentence. This allows people's bodies to adapt to the tea's effects at a healthy pace.
那刚刚讲的这个 tiny dose 呢，可以让人们的身体以健康的速度适应茶的效果。哎呦，茶有什么效果呢？
Yeah, I suppose so, right? It makes us feel calm and relaxed. I guess that's what they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's what it's talking about. Now, let's look at the verb allow here. So, allow somebody to do something. Allow 就是 let 的意思 but 请记得 let 不可以 verb to verb.
对。
So, 我们可以说 this lets people's bodies adapt to the tea's effect. So, 我们少了这个 adapt to 前面的那个 to 会被擦掉. When we say adapt to, it just means change, and a pace is a noun. This just means the speed.
所以 adapt 这边指的其实就是适应的意思。那 pace 呢，其实就是你的速度啊，或者是就是老师刚刚讲 speed, S-P-E-E-D, speed 这个字就是也是 pace.
All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we got paragraph 2. Hey everyone, we're back with more Enjoy English School. It's July 11th, and we're on pages 22 and 23. It's day 2 of the Just So You Know article, The Happy Vibe of Being Tea Drunk. Before drinking tea, make sure not to eat too much or too little.
喝茶之前确保不要吃太多或吃太少。
I don't know. I like drinking. I know if you drink tea on an empty stomach, it can hurt your stomach. but the caffeine is stronger. So sometimes in the morning, I'll drink tea on an empty stomach.
When I was in college, I used to just drink a cup of bubble milk tea as lunch to save money.
I would,
不要学我。
what did I eat? I would get like rice, just regular rice and put hot sauce on it. Because like in college, to save money, you don't have money, right? Regular food is expensive.
Rice is not delicious. Bubble milk tea is.
So I would add hot sauce. So the hot sauce made it more acceptable because plain rice was really cheap.
Yeah.
And then add like salt and hot sauce. We all share woman.
对，真的不要学我们。
So yeah, make sure you eat something. Don't eat too much or too little. Why is it too much? Because food is uncountable. All right, let's look at our next sentence here. If you've just had a full meal, the food in your stomach may make you miss out on most of the tea's chemical compounds.
所以这边呢 make you miss out 注意哦 make 也是实义动词，所以后面的 miss out 直接用原形动词。那这边他说呢，如果你刚吃饱，胃中的食物可能会让你错过大部分茶的化学成分。
So we use the present perfect tense here. You have just had. The present perfect tense is about from the past to now, but we also can talk about 你最近刚刚做什么, and that's okay because you still have that effect. 没错，你吃完晚餐，你现在都没有吃东西，结束了，对不对？没错，但是 you still feel full, so you have that effect. So 还有那个影响，你吃饱了。So yes, the present perfect tense here is correct. You don't have to use past tense in this sentence.
所以他这边用完成是 have had a full meal， 就代表说你已经吃饱了，然后你还持续觉得饱的时候，持续觉得饱，所以我们才会用 have had。
Chemical compounds we talked about yesterday with catechins and L-theanine. Remember, those words are not so important. If you forgot them already, that's okay.
Yeah.
Just chemical compounds, the stuff in the tea that makes you feel different.
没错，就是儿茶素跟这个茶氨酸。
On the other hand,茶好用耶. On the other hand, if you haven't eaten anything, the effects may come on too strong and too fast.
老师刚刚说 on the other hand 这个是写作文啊，讲英文很好用的，就是另一方面的意思哦。所以另一方面，如果你什么都没吃，如果你空腹，那效果可能来得太强，然后又太快。
Now be careful. May is a modal verb, so 我们不可以说 may to come on. That's wrong. 也不可以说to may. That's also wrong. Modal verbs 前面后面都不可以用 to， 然后就是加原形动词。
我们这个月的前几篇好像有一个 must 也是 modal verb。
That's right. Same grammar.
一样的文法哦，就是后面直接加原形动词，不用再加任何 to 了。
我有一个建议，如果那个 modal verbs must, may, 那个 might 你有点不懂 should， 这么用 actually just think about can and will， 他们好简单耶，对不对？
跟助动词一样，
一模一样。Can, will 他们用法一模一样。
对。
So when we say come on too strong, that means it's too strong too fast. But it also means something that boys do to girls too much, sadly. And when we come on too strong, that means you like a girl and you want to be her boyfriend, but you aren't chill. You're like, yo, baby, you're my girlfriend. And she's like, what? Who are you?
I feel like now in this time, it's opposite. It's the opposite.
Girls come on too strong.
Yes.
Girls chase the boys too hard.
Yes.
Well, I'm old and I don't know about that. So I do like reading about people and their kind of misadventures. We know the word adventures, a Maoshan, right? A misadventure, M-I-S, that means the bad things that happen on their dating, like on apps and stuff, APP. And it's always these guys just doing the worst like, listen, I was not really great with girls, but I never made mistakes this stupid. Like, it's like, who are these people? They come on too strong because they're too direct. They're too strong towards the girls. That's not good. Be cool. Be cool. You know how I tell young men, like when they're not sure about how to deal with girls? So, I heard really good advice a long time ago. So like a boy is kind of like a dog. You can grab a dog and play with them and wrestle them around. If you grab a cat and you start wrestling them around, most cats don't like this.
Yeah.
How do you get a cat to like you? You sit in a house, nice and slow. You let the cat come to you, put your hand out, let the cat smell your hand. Can't run. Can't run at the cat. cat will run away.
Yeah.
Girls are like cats and boys are like dogs. Grab the dog and kind of pick him up and play with him. That girl cat will come to you, but you got to let her come to you. Don't chase her.
Oh.
Isn't that like really good?
Just don't play games. Just be you, okay? Be authentic.
But don't chase the cat.
Yeah, don't chase the cat. Unless you want to get hurt.
There you go.
Oh.
Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we have more dating advice with Chris and Minnie. All right, friends, we're back with more Enjoy English School. It's July 11th, and we're on pages 22 and 23. It's day 2 of the Just So You Know article called The Happy Vibe of Being Tea Drunk. So we learned about the peaceful sensation of being tea drunk. We should drink high-quality teas, have a light snack, booze a snake, have like nuts and fruits, and do the Kung Fu method. Even if you don't know what the Kung Fu method is, it's on YouTube. I'm sure you can search it. And don't eat too much. You want to have that light snack. That's important here. Okay, let's begin our final paragraph. Being tea drunk can last from 4 to 6 hours.
所以茶醉可以持续4 to 6, 4到6个小时。
That's very specific. Okay. Many tea drinkers will enjoy spending this time chatting with close friends in relaxing environments.
所以这边 enjoy spending, enjoy 后面动词要 ing 哦，然后 spending 什么事情 spending time 做什么事情又是另外一个 ing， 所以我们这边才会看到 enjoy spending this time chatting 跟人 OK， 所以这个句子呢，他说许多喝茶的人喜欢在轻松的环境中与亲密的朋友聊天。
Just like Minnie said, don't say enjoy to spend. That is super wrong.
Yeah.
And we can chat with close friends, 还是 talk with or talk to 都可以。Talk with, talk to, 可以写下来在 chatting with. And we don't say talk at. When we talk at somebody, that means you're talking and talking and talking. 另外一个人不可以回答. It's not polite. Don't talk at somebody. Our next sentence says a quiet tea house or a cozy living room, 两个单词 are both great settings for this leisurely time.
这边 leisure 我们应该都有看过 L-E-I-S-U-R-E leisure 就代表休闲，所以这边告诉你安静的茶馆或者是 cozy 舒适的客厅都是享受这段悠闲时光的好去处。
So we can say leisurely with a short E, like elephant. But we also have a kind of 比较随便你慢慢来 in English, and we say at your leisure, and you can use a long E here. So you can say at your leisure, 长 E, 小心. We won't say leisurely time. That's wrong. It's leisurely time.
Oh, leisurely.
That's right. Okay. So be careful the pronunciations there. It can be a little tricky. 这个 at your leisure, at your leisure. It's a little bit adult English. Young people usually don't say it. My dad would say it like, could you do this? Do you want me to do it now or later? He says, at your leisure.
Yeah, or when you have free time.
Yeah, when you have free time. That's exactly what it means.
Yeah.
So leisure time or leisure time is just your free time to do whatever you want. Do you go to any specific tea houses in Taiwan ever?
You mean like a real tea house?
Yeah.
No.
There was one tea house my wife and I went to a long time ago. I don't know where it was. I was pretty new in Taiwan. And it was really lovely. They had lots of dried herbs and plants hanging from the ceiling. And it smelled really beautiful in there. But it was really far away.
When I was in college, I was more like fancier. I'm not shy to spend money on these things. I go to Paul, P-A-U-L.
Okay.
And there is also another tea shop called Smeet and Shi or something.
I don't know this.
Yeah, it's in Xingyi.
It's Xingyi,
yeah,
okay.
They also have a lot of like dry tea and stuff you can smell before you buy and stuff like that.
There was a place in Shida Night Market many years ago, and the Red Castle in Danshui had lots of nice dry tea. And I think the Red Castle had a nice view. I like to drink tea there, and they gave you like a dried flower and it blow up in your... It was really interesting, but it is pretty expensive. Like if you want to enjoy really nice tea,
and
you're
also
going to spend a lot of money.
There is one on the mountains called Wudingshang.
I think that's a good place to go drink tea, like tea farms and stuff. That's cool.
And also for like a lookout. You can look at Taipei.
You're like in the mountain there. Yeah, I agree. That's a good vibe. That's a good environment
But
there.
Taiwan, we really do have a lot of too many tea shops. So we don't really sit down and drink. We just buy one and then walk on the street.
It's like a coffee nowadays.
Yeah,
you walk around.
it is.
Okay, let's continue to our next sentence here. When drinking tea, people should slow down and connect with the tea and friends around them.
Wow. 所以他说 when drinking tea, 喝茶的时候人们应该要放慢脚步，然后跟茶还有跟你身边的朋友产生 connection, 产生联系。
Enjoying and appreciating the taste of tea can provide hours of encouraging experiences.
那享受跟欣赏茶的味道呢，可以提供数小时振奋人心的体验。
All right, when we come back, it's time for vocab review. Welcome back to Enjoy English School. It's day 2 of our happy vibe of being tea drunk. And let's hear our vocab for today.
Yes.
Number 1 is a dose.
Dose 就是剂量的意思。
不是 doze, D-O-Z-E 的意思是 dose 的发音。This means to sleep lightly. Number 2, to adapt to.
Adapt to 是适应。
Number 3, pace.
Pace 呢是速度。
意思你走来走去就是一直走来走去一个地方 is to pace.
那个是动词。
That's right.
Yeah.
Number 4, stomach.
Stomach 是你的肚子。
Stomach. It's a hard word to say. Number 5, chemical.
Chemical is also a hard word to say. Chemical 是化学的。
Number 6, to chat with somebody.
Chat 就是聊天。
Number 7, relaxing.
Relaxing 放松的。
Relaxing and maxing and acting all cool. Number 8, leisurely.
Leisurely 或是 leisurely.
Leisurely.
就是代表说你空闲的有空的时间。
So, your leisurely time or this leisurely time. So be careful of this word.
轻松的。
Yeah, 轻松的. All right, with that for Enjoy English School, I am Chris Gorski.
And I'm Minnie.
We'll see you next time.